Good morning, students. Today we are going to study linear equation in two variables. See, in our previous session, we have already understood what is linear equation in one variable. Just have a look once again. When an equation has only one variable of degree 1, then that equation is known as linear equation in one variable. What is the standard form? Standard form is ax plus b. So look at the standard form here. What is the number of variable? Only x is there. So this is only one variable, and moreover, what is its power? Its power is also 1. The greatest power is also 1. That means its degree is also 1. So such type of equation is called linear equation in one variable. And what is the condition? A and B belongs to a real number where A should not be equals to 0. This thing we have already learned in our previous chapter. Now moving towards linear equation in two variables. What it is? When an equation has two variables, both of degree 1, then that equation is known as linear equation in two variables. In our previous form, see, only one variable was there, x, and its degree was also 1. So in linear equation in two variables, as it is cleared by its name two variables, that means the number of the variable in the given equation will be 2, and the degree of both the variables will be 1 only. Just have a look at the standard form, you will better understand. See, ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. Here x is one variable and y is another variable. So in total we have two variables. And what is the greatest power of x? 1. And what is the greatest power of y? That is also 1. That means its degree is also 1. So such combination of equation is known as linear equation in two variables, where a, b, c belongs to real number and a and b should not be equals to 0. See the example, 7x plus y is equals to 8. Here if we compare this example with the standard form, what we got is, what is the value of a? 7. And what is the value of b? Since nothing is written here, so we can assume that the coefficient of y is 1. So the value of b is 1. And what is c here? When we transpose 8 to left hand side, the sign gets reversed. That is, it is plus 8 here. So when it will come to this side, it will become minus 8. So the value of c is minus 8. Similarly, look at the example, another example, that is minus 6b minus 4q plus 12 is equals to 0. So what is the value of a? Minus 6. What is the value of b? Minus 4. And what is the value of c? 12. I hope you understood the concept, the definition, what do you mean by linear equation in two variable. Okay. Now solution of a linear equation. We have already learned the definition of linear equation in two variables. Now we are going to study how to find the solution of a linear equation. A linear equation in two variable has a pair of numbers that can satisfy the equation. This pair of numbers is called the solution of the linear equation in two variables. That means a pair of numbers. We will have a pair of numbers that will completely satisfy the given equation. And this pair of number is called the solution of linear equation. Have a better look on another definition. The value of the variable which when substituted for the variable in the equation satisfies the equation, that is left hand side is equal to right hand side of the equation, is called the solution or root of the equation. That means for that particular value due to which the equation gets satisfied, that means the left hand side becomes equal to right hand side for the particular value of x and y, then that is called the solution or the root of the equation. Now what are the rules for solving an equation? First, same quantity can be added to both sides of an equation without changing the equality. Since equality sign is there, as we have already learned the standard form ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Okay, so we can add the same quantity to left hand side as well as towards right hand side without changing the equality. Similarly, we can subtract the same quantity both sides. Then we can multiply by a same non-zero number without changing the equality to both sides. And similarly, we can divide the equation by any non-zero number, same non-zero number to both sides. Now, A linear equation in two variables has infinitely many solutions. It is very important point, students. Since linear equation in one variable has only one unique solution, but in case of linear equation in two variables, it has infinitely many solutions. How? Let's have a look. The solution can be found by assuming the value of one of the variable and then proceed to find the other solution. So first of all, what we have to do, we have to imagine the value of one variable. Suppose we imagine the value of x is equals to 0, 1, 2 or so on, and then by substituting it in the equation we can proceed to find the other values. Now let's have a look over the example. See, this is the example 7x plus y is equals to 8. I have also told this earlier. See, now suppose let's take the value of x as 1. So when you substitute the value of x as 1, what we get for y? See, when we substitute the value of x as 1, 7 multiplied by 1 plus y is equals to 8. 7 plus y equals to 8, y is equals to 8. When this 7 is towards left hand side, when we take this 7 towards right hand side, what is going to be done? Its sign gets changed. Earlier if it was minus plus 7, so now it will be minus 7. By transposing always the sign gets reversed. Okay, so 8 minus 7, so y is equals to 1. That means when we substitute x is equals to 1, we get y is equals to 1. And when we substitute x is equals to 2, then we will get the value of y is equals to minus 6. And if we substitute x is equals to 3, then we will get minus 13 and so on. That means infinite numbers you can substitute at the value of x, and as a result we will get some value for y. That's why we can say that a linear equation in two variables has infinitely many solutions. Now this solution is written as an ordered pair. Ordered pair, I have told you in my previous session also. See, it is the form of bracket and a comma b is written, and a represents the value of x coordinate and b represents the value of y coordinate. See here 1, we have taken the value of x as 1, and what is the value of y? 1. So what will be the ordered pair? 1 1. Similarly, when we substitute the value of x as 2, so since x is 2, so first x is written and afterwards y is written, so minus 6, like this. So what is the pattern? First writing the value of x and then the value of y. Now, so there is no need, no end to different solutions of this equation. That means we can get numberless solutions of the particular equation. That's why it is clear that a linear equation in two variables have infinitely many solutions. Now take a note. An easy way to get solution is to take x is equals to 0 and get the corresponding value of y, and similarly for y is equals to 0 get value of x. So while solving the equation, what we have to do is, the very first step you have to do is either take x is equals to 0 or y is equals to 0. So you will get the corresponding value. Whether if we take y is equals to 0, so we will get the corresponding value x, and if we take x is equals to 0, we will get the corresponding value of y. The calculation will be much easier in this case. Now, graph of linear equation in two variables. How to draw the graph of linear equation in two variables? See, the graph of an equation in x and y is the set of all points whose coordinates satisfy the equation. So, the graph of linear equation in two variables is the set of all points. All the points whose coordinates satisfy the equations are plotted in the form of a graph. In order to draw the graph of a linear equation, you may follow the following steps. The very first step what we have to do is obtain the linear equation this. That means whatever the condition given to you, whatever the form is given to us, we have to convert it into standard form ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. Afterwards we have to express y in terms of x. This is very important, students. Every year 1 mark question is asked in this concept, from this concept. See, we have to express y in terms of x. See how we are going to do this. Since we have this equation, this is the standard form. So how we are going to express y in terms of x? Just have a look. The very first step what we have done is we have taken ax towards right hand side. So as I have told you earlier that when we change the position, since it was on left hand side, it is moving towards right hand side, so the signs gets reversed. Earlier it was positive, so when it comes towards right hand side it will become negative. Now again c was positive, we will take c also towards that side, so it will become negative. Since both are negative, we can take the negative sign as common. So in bracket what will we have? Ax plus c. Since b is in multiplication of y, so when we will take b towards right hand side, the quantity which was in multiplication comes in division. So this is the expression for y in terms of x. I hope you got my point. Now put any 3 or 4 values of x and calculate the corresponding values of y from the expression obtained in step second. So we have expressed y in terms of x, and in that we have to substitute 3 or 4 values of x and then calculate the corresponding values of y. Let me get points as a1, b1, a2, b2 and a3, b3. Now plot the above points on graph paper. Join the points marked in step 4 to obtain a line and the line obtained in the graph of the equation. Let's better understood with the help of an example. See, this is the example 2x plus y is equals to 3. Suppose we have taken x is equals to 0. So 2 multiplied by 0, 0 plus y is equals to 3. So what is the value of y? 3. When we take x is equals to 1, 2 1 is 2 plus y is equals to 3. 3 minus 2, 1. So what is the value of y? 1. When we substitute x is equals to 2, 2 2 is 4 plus y is equals to 3. Then y is equals to 3 minus 4, that is minus 1. Okay. So we have received this type of table x, y. Here I have written all the values of x 0 1 2 0 1 2 and here the values of y 3 1 minus 1. Now we are going to plot all these points on the graph paper and we will draw a line that will join all these 3 points. Just have a look over the graph. See, this is the graph, x x dash y y dash. Okay, this is the origin. So the very first point, when we substitute x is equals to 0, what we received was, what was the value of y? That is 3. So we will mark the point 3. Now name the coordinates 0 3 because x was 0, so first of all x is written, so 0 comma 3. Now second point was 1 1 and third point was 2 minus 1. Keep this in your mind, students, don't get confused. Always the first a will be the value of x coordinate, always. Whether it is 0 or something else, you have to write your x coordinates at the first place. Okay, now we are going to join the line joining these 3 points. So this is the line. See, since it is a straight line, see, you can see it is a straight line. So this is also known as geometric representation of linear equation in two variables. The equation we write in standard form, that is ax plus by plus c is equals to 0, that is algebraic form, and this is the geometric form. See, the reason that a degree 1 polynomial equation is called a linear equation is that its geometrical representation is a straight line. That I told you right now, that since its geometrical representation is a straight line, that's why it is called linear equation. Linear means in a line, straight line. Now every point on the line is a solution for the linear equation. So when we extend this the line we obtained in the graph, so whatever the points we received as x and y coordinates, all are the solution for the given linear equation. Similarly, every solution of the linear equation is the point on the line. So whatever solution we received for the given linear equation, that will be a point on the given line. Now the graph of the equation of the form y is equals to kx is a line which passes through the origin. Very important one. In objective type questions, such type of statement is asked. See, the graph of the equation of the form y is equals to kx is a line which passes through the origin. Why it is passing through the origin? Suppose substitute the value of x is equals to 0. So what we will get? K multiplied by 0, 0, y is equals to 0. Similarly, if we substitute y is equals to 0, what is the value of x then? 0, because its solution becomes 0, 0. That's why it passes through the origin. Now, equations of lines parallel to the x-axis and y-axis. See, the equations of x and y-axis are, what is the equation of x-axis? X-axis, at x-axis y coordinate is 0 and at y-axis x coordinate is 0. For example, x minus 3 is equals to 0 equation is for x-axis, because in this equation y is 0. If this is treated as an equation in one variable x only, then it has the unique solution. What is the unique solution? X is equals to 3, which is the point on number line, and we can represent it. But in two variables, it has infinitely many solutions. You will be wonder how. See, x minus 3 is equals to 0, and if we convert this equation in the standard form of linear equation in two variables, then how we are going to write it? X plus 0 dot y minus 3 is equals to 0. Okay, so we will get infinitely many solutions. Similarly, for y minus 3 is equals to 0, equation is for y-axis, because x is 0 here, and if we treat as one variable, then its unique solution will be y is equals to 3, and we can represent it on number line. But in case of two variables, it also has infinitely many solutions. See, the line AB in the graph represents the given equation. So I'm going to show you the graph. See, this is the graph. See, this is the point. Why this is the point? This point is at x-axis. As I have told you, if the point lies on x-axis, that means its y coordinate is 0, and it is the equation of y-axis. Okay, so I represent the point here 3 comma 0, y3 first, because x coordinate is written always first and y is 0, so 3 0. Now, since we can put any value of y, because what is the standard form? Ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. So since we have only x variable, y is not there, so the coefficient of y will be 0. So when you put any value of y, whether it is 2, 3, 4, and when you will multiply with 0, what is the result? 0 only. But we can represent it as follows. Suppose if I take the value of y as 2, so the coordinates will be 3 comma 2, and if I take the value minus 3, the coordinate will be 3 comma minus 3. Now joining these 3 points, again we receive a straight line. And what is the name of the line? AB. So this is the AB, this is the equation of this is the linear equation of two variables, and this is parallel to y-axis. And what is the distance between these two axes? It will be 3 units. Why 3 units? Because the value of x is 3 here, the value of x coordinate is 3 here, so the distance between these two lines is 3 units. See, linear equations of the form x is equals to a, when represented graphically, are lines parallel to y-axis, and a is the x coordinate of the point in that line. What was the equation? X is equals to 3. It was the equation. So a represents the x coordinate, and the line will be always parallel to y-axis. Now, in case of x is 0, then how we are going to represent? It will be parallel to x-axis. Just have a look. See, y is 3 and x is 0, so we will write the coordinate as 0, 3, because always x coordinate is written first. Now similarly, as we have done for y, we can do the same for x. We can take any value of x, but the result will be 0, because 0 multiplied by x. So if you write any value of x, it will be multiplied by 0, so the resultant will be 0 only. So it doesn't matter a lot. I can take any point. So I am taking here as 5 3, then minus 5 3, and now again joining these points we get a line AB. And what is the distance? Again 3 units. Why? Because the value of y is 3 units. If it is 4 units, we will write it as 4 units. So basically what we have learned, the students, that when x is equals to 0, then the line coordinate axis x will be parallel to the line segment AB, and in case of when y was equals to 0, it will be parallel to y axis. See, linear equations of the form y is equals to a when represented graphically are lines parallel to the x-axis, and a is the y coordinate of the points in that line. What is a here? Y is equals to 3 was there. So a represent here y coordinate. So it will be always parallel to x-axis. When x is 0, the coordinate axis will be parallel to x-axis, and if y is equals to 0, then it will be parallel to y-axis. I hope you understand the concept. It is very easy chapter and moreover very scoring students. If you feel any doubt, please let me know. Thank you. Have a nice day.